Let's talk today about the hidden power of small habits. In Mark 4:31 it says, Jesus said, "The kingdom grows like this mustard seed." So what does that mean? That means that tiny beginnings have massive impact. Stanford research shows that you are 3x more likely to stick to small habits than big resolutions. Here's my step-to-step protocol on how to harness this power. So the first step I would like to give you is something called small habit stacking. So what does that entail? So let's give you an example real quick. Let's say that you want to start reading your Bible more. Start with one verse. Let's say that you want to get fit. Start with 2 push-ups. Just like Nehemiah rebuilt Jerusalem one stone at a time, small consistency beats occasional intensity. The second step I would like to give you in my protocol is something called 3 stealth habits that change everything. So the next thing I would like to share is something called the 3 stealth habits that change everything. So I want you to use these concepts, okay? It doesn't matter what you are trying to do, just use these concepts. So for my example would be I'm trying to get closer to God. All right. So the first thing within these 3 self habits that I started incorporating was something called the door frame prayer. What does that entail? Every single time that I would go through a door frame, I would pray. All right. The second thing I did was something called the 5-bite rule. What does that entail? So for the last 5 bites of my meal, I would also pray a thankful prayer to God for Him giving me the opportunity to have food. And the third thing is something called the commute classroom, the commute work. What does that entail? Every single time that I would go to work or to class, when I'm driving, instead of listening to music, I would listen to the Bible. So like I previously said, I want you to take these concepts and apply it to your own specific habit improvement case, okay? The third thing I would like to share with you is something called the ripple effect. The concept of this is basically if you do one difficult thing, it ripples down into the next thing that you want to do. So for example, one 60-second cold shower leads to better discipline in finances. One morning prayer changes how you handle conflicts. In Luke 16:10 it says, "Whoever is faithful in very little is faithful in much." So I want to give you this challenge today. Add one 30-second habit today and comment what that will be, okay? Small obedience equals to big miracles. I hope this helps. Peace.